January 11th, 2022. Halfcast 220, episode 220. Let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. An evening of reflection. Shall we? Two men who went to Las Vegas on New Year's weekend now charged with 13 felonies. It could have been worse. They could have got drunk and woke up married. After a hearing on Monday, two California men have now been charged with 13 felonies in connection to their time allegedly committing armed robberies leading up to New Year's Eve in Las Vegas. Vegas has been busy. Justice of the Peace Harmony Letitia also denied a chance on Monday for Jasani Carter, 20, and Jordan Ruby, 18, to be released from jail until their charges progress. That is the same judge, I believe, was on the bail hearing for the guy that got caught with the severed head in his truck. So she's having a busy start to 2022. Authorities allege that the two men committed several armed robberies in and around Las Vegas parking garages December 30th and 31st, two of which ended in shootings that killed 66-year-old Clarice Yamaguchi and 60-year-old Hio Sup Richard Letitia refused to release the men, saying they were clearly a danger to their communities and called them criminal predators. Neither of the men entered a plea to the charges. They came to town on the busiest weekend of the year to terrorize the community, to terrorize tourists, Letitia said. Yamaguchi from Waipahu, Hawaii, was shot and killed December 31st in the parking garage near the Fashion Show Mall after the two men allegedly stole her purse and her husband fought back, police said. The charges were expanded Monday from an initial 3 counts to 13 felony counts that include attempted murder, robbery with a weapon, and conspiracy to commit robbery. Prosecutor Mark DiGiacomo has said the case may be considered for the death penalty. Attorneys for Carter and Ruby declined outside court to comment on their behalf or provide their clients' California hometowns. Carter's family members who attended the bail hearing declined to speak with the reporter. What are they going to say? What could they possibly say? Hometown was not immediately known, the Clark County, Nevada coroner said. Detectives described security camera images and witnesses who linked Carter and Ruby with a silver BMW sedan with the temporary California license tag. That's not obvious at all, right? Seeing that armed robberies also at parking structures for the Wynn Resort on December 30th and Sahara Hotel Casino on December 31st. So don't even change cars. Just don't even try to attempt to change the tags. You're just going to ride around robbing people for 2 days. Like nobody's going to notice you. Like nobody's going to see you. Killing in the Palace Station parking area came on a different parking level and minutes after a woman was confronted by a man who took her belongings at gunpoint but returned them when she pleaded to be able to keep her phone and identification. Oh, he has a heart. Detective Tate Sanborn testified. Carter and Ruby were arrested after parking a silver BMW sedan with a temporary California license tag at the Bally's Las Vegas Hotel Casino. Sanborn said a search of the vehicle found a Glock 9mm handgun with an extended magazine clip and checks belonging to a woman who had been robbed at gunpoint at the Wynn a day earlier. Keep the checks because you can't cash them. All they can possibly do is tie you to another robbery. DiGiacomo, who also played for the judge, an audio clip from a jailhouse telephone call in which Ruby allegedly told the woman he was the driver, not the shooter, and that he wanted to make some money, but just did it the dumb way. Oh, we have our cooperator right there. If we didn't need any more evidence, he's there to really push the case to the mountaintop. LAPD officers fired for catching a Snorlax instead of a burglar denied appeal. Two LAPD officers who were fired from their jobs in 2017 for playing Pokemon Go while on duty have had their appeal for reinstatement denied by a California judge. Who's going to take you serious on the force after that? The officer's squad car video camera showed the two officers, Luis Lozano and Eric Mitchell, ignored a request for backup to play the game according to court documents. The pair were stationed near a robbery in progress, and after the responding officers put out a call for backup, they could have been getting shot at. Lozano and Mitchell seemingly ignored the call and left the area. You wasted your career over Snorlax, not even Charmander. When asked later why they hadn't responded to the call, the two officers said they were in a loud area and couldn't hear the radio. Lozano and Mitchell's supervisor was skeptical of their explanation and checked the in-car recording system, commonly known as the dash cam, which revealed the two had heard the call and chose to go elsewhere, and they didn't want to help. These officers could have been under fire. The supervisor reported the incident, which opened a formal investigation. According to court filings, an extensive review of the in-car video system revealed that shortly after leaving the scene of the robbery, the two officers could be heard discussing Pokemon Go. Grown-ass men, including a Snorlax that had appeared and the best route to intercept and catch it. When confronted, the officers denied they were playing Pokemon Go, like children do. They tried to appeal on the grounds that the in-vehicle recordings were not meant to be used to monitor officers' private conversations, but a judge ruled that the premise was flawed and denied the appeal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your fellow officers could have been out there being held hostage or getting shot at or any number of things, and you chose a video game over what you were sworn to do. Them two, of all officers, should not have their badge back. MasterChef Ecuador is receiving scrutiny from viewers and conservationists after the most recent episode featured various slabs of meat, allegedly including shark, deer. There's an abundance of deer. Stop it. Crocodile and capybara. During the January 3rd episode, the four types of meat were laid out on wooden slabs for the chefs to cook. The meat in question, ew, that just sounds wrong. The meat in question was described as the world's largest rodent. Yep. And many assumed it was the endangered capybara, although environmentalists claimed some or all of the meat from the episode potentially came from the protected species. The capybara is a semi-aquatic mammal that can weigh up to 175 pounds. Did you hear that, New York City? Someone finally beat you out for biggest rats. The species can be found around North and South America, with a small invasive population living in Florida, according to the National Geographic. Although the species was listed as having a stable population in 2016, some local populations have been wiped out in various areas due to hunting. The episode sparked enough outrage that the environmental ministries of both Ecuador, where the show was broadcast, and Colombia, where it was filmed, have reached out to the show about their actions. Ecuador's environment ministry released a statement about the episode saying it rejected any content that encourages the purchase and consumption of wild species or their constituent elements. They also stated that these sorts of crimes can be punishable by up to 3 years. Colombia's environment minister, Carlos Eduardo Correa, announced on Twitter that he was launching an investigation into the use of wildlife byproducts in television programs. He also mentioned that it is a crime in Colombia to traffic and market wildlife. Many environmentalists and animal rights activists took to social media to share their disappointment with the show. On Twitter, the National Animal Movement of Ecuador released a statement condemning the consumption of animals. In the statement, they mentioned that the consumption of the animals from the episode is prohibited in Ecuador except for exceptions that clearly do not apply to the show. What does that mean? Man also warned that the use of the ingredients on the show could normalize the consumption of protected animals whose ownership contributes to the trafficking of wild animals and the destruction of ecosystems. Carolina Sanchez, the show's chef and judge, responded that the meat was from a farm. France 24 reported. Can you imagine being the one that draws straws to tell the media that it's from a farm, and then you have to immediately delete your Twitter account, just throw the whole phone away because you're not going to hear the end of it for like the next 72 hours? When our customer only tipped $4, DoorDash driver says they ate customers' order after they left small tip and viral TikTok sparking debate. Now, I've seen a lot of you Door Dashers. You're not doing anything but riding around with your buddies, probably smoking weed and listening to music, and you're just treating this like it's an easy way to keep gas in your damn car. Yeah, so that really sucks for the people who's actually doing it to keep some money in their pocket to actually pay the bills. So look, it's nothing but a joke to them. But look, they got the Dutchess or whatever, they got the Woods, whatever that is, that look like Dutchess. They got them right there on the console in the camera. So you know they not doing nothing, just riding around bullshitting and taking people food and and doing just enough to probably buy a little bit more weed and keep gas in the car. That's all they're doing. Not treating it like a real job, not even treating it like a part-time job. Damn. When our customer only tipped $4 for a 30-minute drive, so we ate their order and telling Dash support we ain't get it. User at Sanaya Duh wrote via text on a TikTok. Thank you for letting us know how you get down. Video recorded by the user in the passenger seat shows a DoorDash driver sipping on a drink in an open styrofoam box full of food. With over 13,000 views, the TikTok received criticism in the comments. Some users said they typically tip in person, in which case the DoorDash driver wouldn't be aware of the tip before accepting the order. All the comments. Here come the comments. Let's see what we got here. Joke's on you. I don't tip on the app. I tip in person. Yeah, the driver probably fucked up like a good tip. Sometimes I tip like $3 and tip with cash. Shake my head. Sometimes I put no tip and I tip cash. Ain't worth it to drive in all this snow for $4 to a different city. The DoorDash driver responded. Many question why the driver accepted the order in the first place. Ain't nobody gonna make you accept that order. You see the trip payout and mileage before accepting. This is literally why people don't tip, one user said. However, the TikTok user responded to multiple comments claiming that the customer used a fraud debit card to pay for their order. How? How can you even you can't even do that? Who told them to order some food with a fake DoorDash account and a fraud debit card and not even share an extra $10 with me? They said in response to one user. This DoorDash driver is an idiot because I would, first off, stop recording yourself and telling everybody what you're doing, especially when you're not doing right. Oh, well, stop ordering DoorDash if you can't afford to tip right, one user said. When these type of things you do and you think you're being cute because it's the internet, you think you're recording it for the internet, it's raising the rates. So the more people have to pay to get their food, the less they're going to tip anyway. And thank you for putting it all on the internet, because when you're scamming people, the first thing you want to do is let everyone know that you did it. Fun show. Fun show. Fun show. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I'll be sure to talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.